You're running to the bathroom for the 5th time today. Your ankles look like they borrowed someone else's feet. You've got this weird metallic taste in your mouth that won't quit. Your kidneys might be drowning in microplastics, and your body's trying to tell you something's very, very wrong. Ever wonder if those harmless plastic particles everyone keeps talking about are actually shutting down the organs that keep you alive? Today, I'll explain the signs your kidneys are failing from microplastics like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand what's happening inside your body right now and how to spot the warning signs. You'll also know whether you can actually do anything about it before it's too late. Here's what nobody's telling you about your kidneys. Your kidneys aren't just some backup organs chilling in your lower back doing nothing important. They're your body's filter system, processing about 50 gallons of blood every single day. Think of them like those fancy water filters everyone's obsessed with. They're cleaning every drop of blood in your entire body, pulling out waste and balancing your fluids. They make sure nothing toxic sticks around, working non-stop to keep you alive. Those filters were designed to handle natural waste like broken down food and dead cells. They were not designed to handle microscopic pieces of your takeout container. So what happens when microplastics show up in your bloodstream? Imagine you bought a really expensive vacuum cleaner, the top-of-the-line model that picks up everything. Then one day, you accidentally vacuum up a bunch of glitter. And now that glitter is stuck in every part of the mechanism, clogging the filters and jamming the brushes. That's exactly what microplastics do to your kidneys every single day. These tiny particles get into your bloodstream from food, water, air, even your clothing. Your kidneys try to filter them out because that's their job. But plastic doesn't break down like normal waste does. It just sits there, accumulates, and clogs up the works. And your kidneys start struggling to do the basic tasks they've been handling since you were born. Recent studies found microplastics in human kidney tissue for the first time in 2024. Not just a little bit, but significant amounts throughout the organ. Researchers were studying something else entirely. Sliced open kidney samples under a microscope and thought their equipment was contaminated. Nope, the plastic was actually inside the organs themselves. Your kidneys are literally filling up with the same material as your water bottle. Most people have no idea it's happening until their body starts sending distress signals. But wait, before I show you the actual warning signs, you need to understand why this is different from regular kidney damage. Because your doctor might miss it entirely and treat you for the wrong thing. Traditional kidney failure usually happens slowly from things like diabetes or high blood pressure. It's predictable, textbook, with standard tests and treatment protocols. Microplastic-induced kidney stress is completely new territory for doctors. It doesn't always show up on standard blood work until things are already pretty bad. The plastic particles cause inflammation and oxidative stress. Basically, your kidney cells start freaking out, throwing off tiny distress signals that look like a lot of other conditions. Your doctor sees elevated creatinine levels and assumes it's your diet or your blood pressure medication. Meanwhile, microscopic plastic fragments are building up, and nobody's checking for that. So here are the signs your body's trying to warn you. First up is changes in urination. You're peeing way more often than normal, especially at night. You're getting up 2, 3, 4 times when you used to sleep straight through. Or the opposite happens, and you're barely peeing at all, even though you're drinking the same amount of water. Your urine might look foamy, like someone dumped dish soap in the toilet. That foam is actually protein leaking through your kidney filters because the microplastics damage the tiny membranes. Those membranes are supposed to keep protein in your blood where it belongs. It's like your coffee filter tore, and now you've got grounds in your cup. Second sign is swelling that won't quit. Your ankles puff up like balloons, and your face looks puffy when you wake up, especially around your eyes. You press your finger into your shin, and the dent just stays there. This happens because your kidneys aren't removing excess fluid anymore. That fluid has to go somewhere, so it pools in your tissues. Gravity pulls it down to your feet and ankles during the day. When you're lying flat at night, it spreads to your face. Third sign is you're exhausted for no reason, not "I had a long day, tired." We're talking bone deep, can't get off the couch, falling asleep at your desk exhausted, even though you slept 9 hours. This happens because failing kidneys stop producing enough of a hormone called erythropoietin. That hormone tells your bone marrow to make red blood cells. Fewer red blood cells means less oxygen getting delivered to your muscles and brain. You're running on fumes and everything feels harder. Fourth is brain fog and trouble concentrating. You walk into a room and forget why. You read the same paragraph 4 times and still don't know what it said. You're irritable, confused, struggling to make simple decisions. When your kidneys fail, waste products build up in your blood, a condition called uremia. Those toxins affect your brain function directly. It's like trying to think clearly while someone's playing static at full volume inside your skull. Fifth sign is loss of appetite and that weird metallic taste. Food stops sounding good. You feel nauseous for no clear reason. Everything tastes like you're sucking on a penny. This happens because waste buildup changes how things taste and makes you feel sick to your stomach. Your blood is essentially turning into a toxic soup because your kidneys can't clean it anymore. Now, here's the part that should terrify you. The earliest stages of microplastic-related kidney damage are almost invisible. By the time you're noticing these symptoms, you've already lost a significant chunk of kidney function, possibly 50% or more. Your kidneys have so much extra capacity built in that you can lose half of one kidney and still feel totally fine for a while. It's like running on a spare tire, where it works and you're moving, but you're one more problem away from being stranded. And unlike a spare tire, you can't just swap in a new kidney at the shop down the street. The microplastics are doing damage at the cellular level. They trigger inflammation, which scars the kidney tissue. Scar tissue doesn't filter. It just sits there, taking up space. Over time, more scar tissue means less functioning kidney. And because microplastics don't break down or leave your body easily, the damage is cumulative. Every plastic particle that gets stuck is still there tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. But here's what you actually need to know about protecting yourself. You can't eliminate microplastics completely. They're literally everywhere, even in rainwater and snow at the top of mountains. But you can reduce your exposure significantly. Stop microwaving food in plastic containers because the heat leaches plastic directly into your food. Ditch plastic water bottles for stainless steel or glass. Use a water filter that's rated for microplastics because not all of them catch particles that small. Buy fewer synthetic clothes because every time you wash polyester, it sheds microplastic fibers into the water supply. Cook at home more because takeout containers are microplastic grenades. And here's the truly messed up part. The plastic industry has known for decades that microplastics don't break down safely. They knew these particles would end up in our bodies. They funded studies, saw the data, and kept producing more plastic anyway, because the profit margin was too good to walk away from. It's the same playbook as big tobacco. Sell the product, deny the harm, let consumers deal with the fallout while you're counting money. Your failing kidneys aren't a personal failure. They're collateral damage in someone else's business plan. To recap what we just covered, your kidneys filter 50 gallons of blood daily and weren't designed to handle plastic. Microplastics clog kidney filters like glitter in a vacuum, causing inflammation and scarring. Warning signs include weird urination changes, swelling that won't go away, crushing fatigue, brain fog, and a metallic taste. By the time you notice symptoms, you've likely lost half your kidney function already. The damage is cumulative because plastic doesn't leave your body, and the biggest sources are plastic food containers, water bottles, synthetic clothing, and takeout packaging. So here's the question nobody wants to answer. If we've known for years that microplastics don't break down safely, why are we still wrapping every single thing we eat and drink in it? And when your kidneys start failing, who's actually responsible? The company that made the plastic, the restaurant that used it, or you for being born into a world where avoiding it is basically impossible?